Okay, I'm back. We got the pink background, works a little bit better here. We're still going to be talking about photo books here. I have a number of them. These are very similar here. And I've done some where when I travel around the world, I take random pictures with different people I meet on the street, other tourists, while I'm shopping, and I like to have all those photos in books here, and I have so many of them I have to have different volumes here. So again, looking for a company, my things that I like, my preferences are lay flat pages, high glossy pages, and my preferred size for landscape is 8.5 by 11. Not everybody has that. Everybody has slightly different sizes. Sometimes I crop some of my images, sometimes I want to put 2 on a page, and I like to get thick books where I can get, maybe 100, 130 pages in a book, so it's a little bit easier rather than making all these small books here. So have some other ones, and we'll look at those a little bit later after I talk about some of these specific ones. The ones we're going to talk about today is a company called SAAL, S-A-A-L, SAAL, and it's over in Germany, I believe, and shipping is very fast with them. They don't charge you an awful lot for shipping. Maybe now with COVID, there may be a surcharge on that because not as many people working or whatever here, and volume is down with shipping, so they have to charge more. I don't know, but here's 2 books that I got, and one is a sample and one is the regular one. So we're going to look at the regular one first, put this sample aside. We'll talk about that one later here, and so let's get started with our SAAL book here. All right. Okay, let's talk about my SAAL book. It's 130 pages, very thick here, and well, this choice I made for a number of covers for these types of books is not the best choice. It's much too busy here, and I thought it would be pretty nice here, and you can see people I have met along the way, and this is volume 1. The colors on the cover, yeah, the red is not as red as it should be here. I have other books that I've made where I've had the red show up much better, so poor choice on my part. I tried to take all the photos in this book and do a mosaic on the cover. I thought it would be a great idea here, but guess not here. So then we come in here, and what SAAL does, most times you get a photo book, as soon as you turn over, these 2 pages are blank, and then we got reflection here. And I don't have great lights here. Like I said, not making any money from this. And these are glossy pages here. So the first pages have pictures on them. Same thing in the back of the book. The last 2 pages have pictures on them too. So there's no paper there if you want to put some stickers or your logos, or you have things you want to stick on there, or notes or sticky notes that you want to put on there. But anyhow, let's see if we can do this without too much, there we go, not getting too much glare. But, so, I try to make these pretty much take up the whole page most of the time here, and with the high gloss pages here, there we go, let's try that. Now some of these were taken with cell phones, older cell phones, so the image quality may not be as good, but the pages are nice and thick, good quality as far as thickness goes here. And let's see if I can bring this back, bring this down. How about that way here? There we go, a little bit less glare. And so we have a bunch of them here. the quality is very good, and you can see I have text very lightly so I can tell what country I was in and what year. And colors are good. Yeah, my blue jeans are blue. I was wearing a purple shirt, so that's the correct colors there. This is another slightly different purple shirt, but that is correct. And skin tones are very nice here. No problems with it. And we have a number of them here. So, like I said, some of them were taken in a store with bad lighting. But these are just random shots. But I like it. It turned out good. They got the lay flat here. Nice and glossy. Very nice here. All kinds of great shots here. And yeah, I'm very pleased. The colors are good. You know, rendition is excellent there. No complaints really. I like SAAL. And as usual with any of these companies, the software, you know, each one has slightly different software that you have to get used to, and each one of them has their own quirks and things that drive you crazy at times. But here it is here. So, and these are some old cell phone pictures back here. So that's the book here, SAAL. Now, let's look at what I paid for this. This is 130 pages. The one thing about SAAL is they have an 8.5 by 11 photo book, which is exactly what I want. I said, great, SAAL, you got 8.5 by 11. But 8.5 by 11 is only if you have portrait and it opens this way. And I thought, well, if you got a book, you make an 8.5 by 11 this way, can't you just, you know, bind it on the other side to make 8.5 by 11? But what you get on landscape is 7.5 by 11. So you get more of a landscape. I wanted 8.5. I wanted 8.5 by 11 landscape, but you can't get that in landscape. Only portrait. Yeah, drive me crazy here. Drive me crazy with these books. But anyhow, so this was I think maybe like $200 here for this book with the glossy paper and the hardcover glossy title. So for 130 pages, that's not really too bad. I think there was a little discount. SAAL does have coupons that they send you for like $15 off, $10 off. Not an awful lot, but their prices aren't too bad for what you're getting here. And like I said, the quality, very nice. I like those glossy pages. They're pretty thick. They aren't like real thin, and they aren't like those cardboard pages, you know, that are hard as a rock. So yeah, I like that. But I'm not crazy about the size, and the cover, they didn't do such a great job on the colors on the cover. So not too crazy about that. Of course, never again will I in the future be doing these types of covers. I wanted all these books in different volumes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, to always have the same covers. Bad idea. Live and learn. What are you going to do here? Brain cells are dying off fast. So this was around, maybe $200, $185 with the coupon. And shipping wasn't all that much. And they were fast. You know, I sent this in, and a few days later the book was done, and it was shipped to me, I think via DHL, and I got it within a couple of days. So very fast service on them, very fast service. So that's the big book. But they also have in their software, which you see on a lot of companies, they have this where you can have something called enhancement for each one of your photos. So if you want them enhanced, and I'm always thinking, well, my photos are pretty good. Do I need enhancement, which I guess is bumping up the colors and, you know, the saturation, and how's that going to look? It's always a big decision every time you make a book. Do I want their enhancement or do I not? So what I did is I made another one. So you can get a sample book from them where they give you a good discount on it. but it has to have sample printed on the front, which I did. Same kind of thing. I did all the pictures in here with the cover and just made another one for sample. Not a great cover. I didn't do good. Same thing. You got, it starts right here. You don't have any blank pages. Same when it ends. But what I did was on here, this picture is not enhanced. I took the same picture over here and on this page chose the enhancement in their software. And if you can see it, I even put in the photo so I know that this one is enhanced on each side. So when I looked at them, there's really no difference. Really no difference there. If you have good photos, you know, even on this one, I think the non-enhanced one looks better than the enhanced one here. Colors are a little bit more accurate there. So here, yeah, the skin tone's maybe a little more saturated here. Not a whole lot you can tell. And get this out of the way here. Same thing here. Yeah, about the same here. Remember, not enhanced, enhanced here. So not really. So I know in the future I'm not going to choose enhanced on my photos here. So if you got really chunky, you know, just happy snaps that you've taken. But these days cameras are pretty good, so maybe you don't need enhancement. But look at this. It's, you know, enhancement. Well, this is the same thing. Not enhanced, enhanced. Can't tell any difference really. Can't tell any difference here. So I spent the money for this book to have that so that people know, because it's always a big question here. But yeah, here we go. But anyhow, like I said, and this is SAAL. I had to write SAAL on here so I know this is a SAAL book, because there's no anything on here that says SAAL. There's a teeny tiny logo or a barcode way down the bottom there, so it's like not much. Same thing on the big one. I wouldn't even know this is a SAAL book because there's nothing on here that says SAAL. The very last page, yeah, there's a little code, but it doesn't say anything. It doesn't say SAAL. So I took my magic marker and wrote SAAL on there, so I know this is a SAAL book here. So this colors on this page are better than on the cover. And then the cover is, well, I wouldn't say super high gloss. It's like a lustre gloss here on the covers on both of them. I wish it was super high gloss. But okay, so that's it. Now you know. All right, my friends. Fading out here, fading out, fading out, fading out. So what did I actually pay for these? And this was back in 2019. So this was like, you know, a year ago, so the prices were probably different then. For this sample book, once I added in the photo paper glossy, and of course it's 7.5 by 11, which is the only little choice I had, and my delivery cost and then my discount because it's a sample was like $38 for this one here, and I think I had 26 pages. On this one, that was 130 back in 2019, and I had a little bit of a discount. I think it was $15 off, but it was like $169 and $12 for shipping, which really isn't bad. I mean, it's a heavy book, so I think I paid with everything maybe $166 for this back in 2019. Not a bad price, but I just wish it was 8.5 by 11, just like they have on their portrait one. So why can't you have it the same way? Portrait this way. Oh well. Okay, now you know.